Hey Gemini, what's up? Welcome to Morning Air Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate all the likes, subscribes, comments. You guys have really encouraged me to keep doing what I'm doing, and I thank you guys so much. So Gemini, for those of you who are new to my channel, I do a love spread each month. I take in your energy coming into the month, your past, present, future, and then your energy heading into the next month. I've reflected on your energy as always, and yep, this will be love for April 2018. So Gemini, last month we were really in our Gemini flavor. Like, we really were done with the bullshit, the games, the mind games, feeling as though some of you guys may have left a partner or like a third party situation, or just an unhealthy situation in general. And you were really in your element, definitely last month. So this month we're really strong. We're coming into April and throughout April with the Strength card in the upright. So for Gemini this month, we're ready to tackle and overcome anything, any obstacle, any challenge. We have the strength, we have the knowledge now to be able to produce the future that we want. It's a very stable and grounded energy as well, and it's very passionate. So I think that Geminis this month are going to be reflecting to their past, utilizing the pain and the hurt that you guys may have felt, and proactively taking the steps and the measures necessary to trudge through the hardships and overcome that using strength, mental strength. In our past, we have the Eight of Rods in reverse, followed by the Ten of Cups in the upright, followed by the Devil card. I see this in a couple of different ways. So the Eight of Rods can indicate making impulsive decisions, and I see this in two different avenues here. Maybe in the past, Gemini or somebody else had made an impulsive decision, expecting and wanting the Ten of Cups, like putting yourself out there, maybe trying to rekindle something again from the past, impulsively telling somebody how you feel, good or bad, but hoping that with this partner or this potential partner, that you guys would be able to have this stability if you guys are married to this person, or you have children with this person, expecting that making this leap of faith, taking this risk, and being able to make a quick decision that may, like now later on, probably resonating with you differently, like, why the fuck did I do that? But in the moment, it felt like it would have brought you the Ten of Cups, okay? Or it could be somebody else, a fire energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, or a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, who may have felt like, if I could convey this to this person, we could have this mutual love and appreciation, admiration, respect that we had in the past. And then we have the Devil card. So the second way that I see this, well, I'll finish my thoughts. So in this first scenario, I feel like it's very possible that maybe something got started up again, okay? Because I know last month we were like deuces. But I know we have huge hearts, and I think that we a lot of the times like forget things easily. Like for me, I push shit out of my brain as quickly as possible, and then I forget sometimes how shitty people are given the opportunity to come into my life again, and I get hurt again. So I think the Geminis kind of, we forgive very easily and we forget just as fast. If this was Gemini, I think that letting this person back in brought out the dysfunction again. Like you were just right back circle to the old habits, the old routine with this person, and it was very unsettling for you. You were like, damn, like why did I open Pandora's box? The second scenario that I could see is the Eight of Rods in the upright is a very quick, fast-moving energy. I'm just realizing how ratchet my nails look because they're completely chipped and look terrible, so sorry. But the Eight of Rods in the reverse is a very slow-moving energy. It's taking in everything, looking at things holistically, as instead of moving very quickly. With like the Eight of Rods in the upright is a lot of action, action, action. So it could mean to me too that for some of you out there, perhaps this wasn't a hasty or a decision that was made like on the fly, like impulsively to take a leap of faith, or this other person took a leap of faith. It could mean that you came to terms with, I need to slow myself down and realize that this is what I'm after, this stability. For some of you that were in a third party situation, you could have realized what you have is so fantastic and so great. And it felt like, well, I want this in life. I want to be able to have children. I want to be able to have the stability that I may have never had when I was growing up, or I want to give them what they deserve, or, you know, I have a partner that stuck with me through thick and thin. And doesn't have to be third party. I mean, it could just genuinely be you slowing down and being able to realize that this is what you want. But I do feel like that routine from the past, what had hurt you so deeply, is still ingrained in you, and how you devour information, relationships, how you feel and express yourself, how you think. And it's very hard to break a cycle where somebody has really hurt you and made you feel insecure and vulnerable and question things. And it could be that slowing this down and realizing what you want, and then finally having that stability in some way. It could be like you started to bring old shit into, you know, other aspects of your relationship, or you got back in the routine of allowing these negative, I wouldn't say like addictions, but allowing this negativity to still possess a part of who you are, carry through in different components of your life, whether that's work or whatever it may be. In our present, we have the Temperance card in the reversed, followed by the Seven of Cups in the upright, followed by the Ace of Rods in the reversed. Okay. The Temperance card is kind of obviously very imbalanced. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You could be dealing with a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, or an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I don't see really any air here at all. But take it as needed. It's a general reading. The Temperance card is like instability in a way. So in the present moment, I think that you feel very unsettled. And I think it's because you had just left the past with this heavy devil connected to somebody like not even by choice anymore. It's just like this heavy emotional baggage that you were carrying. And for those of you that were in a situation where like you made a move, or they made a move to rekindle something, restart something, and the circle of bullshit happened again, where the same exact person, like they didn't change, they didn't grow, they didn't prosper, they didn't better themselves for you, they were exactly the same. And I think in the present moment, if that does speak to you, you feel very unbalanced. And with the Seven of Cups, you're trying to conjure up in your mind different solutions to this, different ways to make things better with this person, but not even with this person so much as yourself. But with the Ace of Rods in reversed, you don't have the energy to do it. I think Gemini is extremely, extremely tired right now. You don't have the drive or the want. Like, you're coming up with all of these different scenarios in your head, and because we're overthinkers, we think things to death. And, you know, forgiving and forgetting, and forgetting quickly about what people have done to us and accepting them back. And then trying to maybe even think with this instability that you feel, figuring out, because this is a love reading, but I really feel like this is about you, Gemini. Like, figuring out who you are, figuring out what you want, thinking to yourself, what can I do to prevent myself from being in toxic relationships, being in unrequited love relationships, or, you know, how can I do this? And you have all of these fantastic ideas and all of these different things that you want to push yourself to do, but you just are exhausted and you don't feel inspired to do these things, to push forth onto it. And so I feel like whatever this situation was took so much out of you, clearly. And I think being very tired and being very vulnerable in the past, I think to myself all the time about situations and scenarios where I've thought that me extending myself to somebody and getting very vulnerable would have like a successful like return. And the times where it hadn't, you feel like an idiot. Like, no one likes to be rejected. If this is the scenario that you had realized and come full circle with what you really want, and this negative energy still holding you back, and you still took the time, like, you're probably trying to conjure up the ways in which you're going to move past this because you still feel rattled. Maybe at this point in time, you can't move on. Maybe at this point in time, you don't want to move on to a new relationship. Maybe you want to just do you for right now. Especially for those of you who have broken up with somebody. I think you're feeling like you need to do you, but you need to be good with you first. But you're trying to because with this strength, I mean, you're going to overcome anything and everything this month. There's no doubt about it. But I also feel like, too, the Seven of Cups, it's a great card, but there's so many cups in here with so many different things in here. And it's like typical Gemini that would have so many interests, so many things they want to do, so many things they want to change about themselves, so many things they want to change about their partner or whatever it is. But this is a lot to maintain. And maybe you're looking at all of these cups with all of these different things in it, and you're like, I can't fucking hack it. Like, this is too much. And this could also be creating the instability that you feel. And because of that, you just don't have the drive to want to, you do, but you don't. Like, you do want to make these changes, but you're so damn tired from looking at this whole kit and caboodle of cups with so much stuff in them. You're like, I don't know how to carry this all. I don't know which one to deal with first. You know, what is my top priority? And you are your top priority. You getting yourself situated and figured out and knowing exactly what you want the next time around a relationship happens for you. For those of you that are in a relationship, I feel like this is you feeling like if you are reconnected with this person, I feel like overall this whole reading just feels to me, because because without getting into your future, just the past and the present, I do feel like if you are in a relationship that you just feel like it's very much the same thing. Like, nothing is really, it's comfortable, and nothing is really blowing your mind anymore. Like, it's very stale, it's very stagnant for those of you that this applies to. And you're trying to conjure up ways in your head and your heart to think about how you're going to better the relationship that you're in. And you're having a very difficult time, because by the time you're home from your daily routine, whether that's work, whether that's taking care of the kids or doing all of these different things that you do, male or female, I'm sorry if that sounded, but male or female, whatever it is that's going on in your life, you feel like you just don't have the oomph to bring forth, the change that you want so badly in the relationship, if you are in that relationship. In the future, we have the Seven of Pentacles in the upright, followed by the Six of Pentacles in the upright, followed by the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. So high Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Seven of Pentacles, working very hard in the future. Some of you guys are just focused on your coin. This is a love spread, but some of you guys are like leaving the love kind of out of the equation for right now, focusing on you and focusing on work. And it could also be that some of you guys are so busy with work right now that your relationships are not your top priority. And then you've got the Six of Pentacles. So we're talking tradition here, but we're talking about somebody working hard, working hard towards wanting this end goal, because it's the same thing in the past, wanting everyone to just be good, not wanting to feel left out in the cold. So whatever this means for you, it could be another person. It certainly could be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, feeling like they want to put in this effort and energy and effort with you again, or for the first time, and they want to be able to have this traditional stability with you, and they don't want to feel like they're left out. They don't want to feel like they're not a part of your life, whether you're with this person or not. But in the present moment, you just don't have the energy to do it. And believe me, you're trying. You're definitely expressing, like, I know I've been kind of shitty lately, but it's because I'm really stressed about X, Y, and Z. For those of you that are in a situation where you had left somebody and it's come full circle and you've given them another opportunity, I think that you decided with this devil in the past and now not really having the energy, but like this person is very important to you, but you feel so unstable that they're trying to reach you. Like, they're trying to get on your level and see things from your perspective and realize, like, wow, in the past they did really want this and I wasn't ready for it, or I was trying, I was bringing down the relationship, and they don't want to be kicked to the curb. They don't want to feel like they're excluded from something. I do see a lot of financial success here, though, as well, even though it is a love reading. I just call it how I see it. I do feel like Gemini could be over the past to a certain extent with a relationship that may not have worked out, and it wasn't fulfilling for you to keep utilizing your energy to keep forcing something to work if you were the only person constantly taking the approach, constantly being the person to be vulnerable, and this person maybe wasn't reciprocating with you. And in the future, heading out of April into May, you've got the Six of Rods. So you could be walking away completely, but you're coming out victorious, whatever this is. For some of you, you could be walking to a fire sign, moving towards a fire sign. But this is a very triumphant card. So these two cards You're coming into the month and leaving the month in just this very, very poised and to the point and no bullshit and strong and determined. And while it feels like all of this shit is chaotic, who better than a Gemini, though, to be able to deal with this kind of instability, because we're so mutable and we're so able to maneuver in different ways to how life throws things at us, or the way that messages are sent to us, the way that we pick up on things, because intuitively I think the Geminis know that if something doesn't work and it doesn't feel right, like, we're the first people to pick up on those red flags. And you could have tried and put your best foot forward, for sure, thought of different ways to fix the approach, and now you're just like, I'm so tired. Like, why am I the only one doing it? So there's a couple of different messages that I see for sure in here for people that are coupled, people that are single, people that had somebody from the past come back, being riddled with fear about a past relationship and not feeling like you can give your all to a new relationship with somebody else. Somebody from the past trying to, show you that they do want to be serious. They don't want to be left out in the cold, but you're just tired of it. For those of you in relationships feeling like things are really stagnant and you just are, your attention is in so many different places. In the present moment with the 7 of Cups, just, you're all over the place. And you need to be truthful to yourself, and you need to have that self-love and realization that that's fine. You don't have to have the answers. You don't have to have everything at this exact moment. There's different points in our life where different things will apply. Many people go through their whole lives without having perfect career, perfect love life, perfect house, perfect kids, perfect dogs, perfect car. That's fucking unrealistic. A lot of people go through different parts in their life where certain areas are just precedent over other areas. And for right now, I feel like Gemini is just trying to gain the strength to focus and hone in on one specific thing. Coming to the realization that you do have a lot on your plate, Gemini, and you do feel like love could be on the back burner for you. And I think it's because you don't want to get burned again. And I think too, it's because you feel like maybe you don't even know what you want, and you don't have the energy to really figure it out right now because you've got so much other stuff going on. But in the end, you're going to be victorious. You're coming into May being very confident. And I could say this resonates with me, definitely, for sure, because as a Gemini, like, I've felt, leaving last month and this month, as far as having my attention in so many different places, like, I feel very, very, very tired. I feel like I want to come home and go to sleep and not communicate with anybody, and that's shitty. I'm 27 years old. I feel like I want to be isolated sometimes in a way, but I feel like that's easier for me than being not ready and constantly getting different emotions from people who sometimes it feels like, can't you just understand that I might be going through something? Like, can't you just understand that, like, I'm not ready yet? Or can't you see that, I'm exhausted and at this point in time in my life, like, I'm not ready for XYZ? But Gemini, you will be ready when you're ready, and you're coming and you're going to be so strong this month. And I feel like by the end of this month, with a lot of this pentacle energy, you may come to that determination of being very solid and firm in your decision, and then moving forward with it with the 6 of Rods. Feeling like people can't just shun you from stuff. People can't make you feel excluded from things. People can't make you feel that, you're not worthy, you're unlovable, you're all of these negative things, because you so are. And I think with the strength, whatever negativity that this devil card is bringing in your past, you're pushing forth and you're very, very strong. And I feel like this month is going to be very successful for you in figuring out love for you, how you need love to be when it's ready for you. For those of you especially who are leaving something behind. That's just how I see it. So Gemini, that's your love April 2018 reading. Thank you guys so much for your support, and I love you, and I'll talk to you next month. Bye.